So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
Julian from Common Sage.
and we're gonna
We
ask him
did
some
it.
questions
Yeah.
today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired the creation of the band, and what does the band name mean?
What inspired the creation of the band? I had a band when I was in like my senior year of high school or something, and probably definitely out of high school, and then it kind of dissolved. And that band was called Davy Crockett because there was no reason.
Why not?
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's high school.
He was the king of the wild frontier,
Mhm.
obviously. So then that band broke up, and then I had a friend named Jenna who played bass, and I was like, I want to record these songs I never recorded, and Jenna's like, I want to help you, and I was like, sick. And then one night at her ex-girlfriend's birthday party, I was way too drunk to like be out in public, and
Mhm.
our friend Phil got there, and he was like, I like your like guitar playing. Let me help you make a band, or let me help you like whenever you need help. And then it just became this like one time thing of recording all these old songs.
Mhm.
And then after that, I was just like, eventually let's like keep doing this. And that's kind of how that happened. And as for the band name,
Mhm.
Jenna actually came up with the band name because I was like, I want something that sounds like 90s ish. And
Mhm.
also, I like plants. And then she was like, Common Sage.
All
And I was
right.
like, that's great.
Wow. It was just off the dome like that? It was just that quickly,
She's like,
or?
she's really good at, yeah, she's really good at like double entendre band name things. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow,
Yeah.
it's a talent. Okay.
It really is.
So congratulations on your upcoming album, Hoshiani? Did I pronounce that properly?
So I keep sending this. Yeah, that is properly. It was
Okay.
going to be called Hoshiani,
Mhm.
and I left it like that on the SoundCloud, but
Yeah.
it's now called It Lives and It Breathes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's easier to pronounce.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the response to this single that's been put out so far?
It's really cool. It's better than I thought it would ever be. Like, I think we're at like 3,000 and something monthly listeners on Spotify, and
Oh
that's more,
my God.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
more than I've ever dreamed of, honestly.
That's
Oh yeah.
amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
So is there any meaning behind the album name or the cover art?
Um, Cover art was just, I was just scouring Instagram tags for like truly 24 hours, just like photography tagged things, or just, that kind of stuff. And then I came across that image, and I was really, really into it. And after, like going back and forth between a few others, I just like messaged the artist, and he was also really into allowing us to use it. And that was kind of it. Um, I feel like this happens with like all things, though. All things where you kind of just like give meaning to something, even if it's
Mhm.
not there at first.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, the album is like about leaving, sort of. So like the cover art is like this person like leaving, sort of. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like that could be the meaning behind it now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. So, can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this record?
Um, Phil, me, and Jenna were writing portions of it. Uh, a few like not around COVID, like earlier than COVID, but
Mhm.
kind of around COVID, like when that started. And then Jenna left the band, and I was like distraught and heartbroken. And then Phil was like, let's just keep doing this. So Phil and I like kept writing. And then COVID hit, and Phil was like, I'm moving to California.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, which he did. And I was very upset about that too. And after he like talked me off the ledge some more during COVID, we just like were in contact a lot.
Mhm.
And like I was writing like sporadically a bunch. And then yeah, we just like were talking a lot, sending each other a lot of things. And then I went out to California in September with him to like work on things together. I was also working with my friend Chris, who's on the album, like prior to September by a few months, and we were doing a lot together. And then like it all just kind of came together like September, and then we went out a week later to Chicago and recorded it. And
Yeah.
it was kind of crazy. Yeah.
All
That's what
right.
happened.
I like
That's
it.
awesome.
So how did the track list for this album come about? Did you write the opener to the opener and the closer to be the closer? Did you just kind of shuffle it, spend hours putting it all together?
Kind of all of that and none of that, I guess.
Okay.
That's fair. All right.
I think most of it was written out. I think I was listening to the songs and it wasn't even 10 songs yet, and I was like, this needs like an opener, you know, that I'm like happy with. And then by the grace of God, like I wrote an opener to it. And I think same goes for the last song on it. I think I was like, I don't like the way that any of these songs like ended off.
Yeah.
But then same goes for that song. It just like kind of happened, which
Nice.
is great. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all natural.
Yeah, natural.
Yeah. So what song off this record took the longest to write, and which one is your personal favorite?
I think maybe River took the longest to write because it's the longest song on there.
That makes sense, yeah.
And like a lot of it is like, I think a lot of repetition. I don't know. I was really unsure about it, so that took a while to write.
That's fair.
Yeah. Also, those lyrics are like really cheesy in my opinion. Like they're very like sappy, I guess, to me. So like I was having a lot of trouble like being comfortable with like keeping a lot of them, you know? So definitely that one. I have no idea what my favorite song is. I had it, you know, I'm like teetering on the point of like hating all the songs by now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Just
just
because you've heard them for so long.
Yeah. I'm just like, these could be better, you know. I think I like Think About the Desert, which is, you know, the single that's out
It's
right
a banger.
now.
It's a really good one.
Thank you. Yeah, I like that one. I'm into that one a lot.
All right.
So true.
So where was your headspace while you were writing this album?
It was in a horrible place. I was really I was really upset at myself, and like I was unsure about life, as like so many of us are, you know, and life decisions and all that. And that's what the whole thing is about, just like this little pocket of time where I was just like really particularly unsure, more than normal, you know. And I ended up like writing, some of the words are like from that point in time, a lot of them are from like a bit after it, and a lot of them are even more recently than that. Like I don't think I finished one song in one sitting, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I always do that. I just like, I'll write something and then like within a month I'll absolutely hate it, and I'll keep like literally one word or something and then I'll change the other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's manic.
Oh my God.
Very interesting.
That must be frustrating. That's a long process.
Music's awful. Yeah.
Thank you for being honest with us. Finally.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate music. Fuck that.
Hate it. God.
I really do.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this record for the first time? Should they shut off the lights, put on some headphones, just kind of zone out to it? Should they work out to it? Should they go on a road trip with friends, put on a party? What do you suggest?
Yeah, any of that.
All
However
right.
people listen to music. Yeah. I remember, do you guys remember when Tyler put out Igor, and he's like, sit down and like listen to this album front to back?
Yeah.
He's right, but also like would never say that. Like, I would never expect anyone to do that, you know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, people have like jobs and stuff, you know? You don't
Exactly.
have to-
Yeah, some people don't have the time to just kind of dedicate like an hour to an album.
Absolutely. How do
That's
you
fair.
how do you usually listen to an album?
I usually just kind of either work to it, but if it's like an album that I've been like looking forward to, like Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler's new album, or like Greatest Hits by Water Parks, I usually make time in my schedule just to kind of listen to it because I've been looking forward to it for a while. What about you, Shane?
Whatever works. I don't necessarily have the time
Whatever
to
it
just
takes.
dedicate an hour to an album anymore. So it's like, oh, that album I was looking forward to is coming out. I'll listen to it on Monday when I have to for the podcast.
Yeah, music is more work for us now. Like, oh God, we got to listen to this for the podcast now.
Yeah. Understandably.
So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this album for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
To the point.
Oh,
okay. It's good. That was quick. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite memory that you created while making this record?
There's a few, honestly. I really, as like frustrating and horrible as it can be, like I really like the songwriting process. Like once the lyrics are done, I guess, and once like everything's starting to take shape, you know, just like hearing everything in full is like really nice and rewarding. When I went to see Phil in California for like a week, we were just like playing for like 8 hours a day, I feel like.
Oh my God, wow. It's a full day.
Yeah, just like as long as we could like mentally like, you know, take each other and music.
Yeah.
And that was like horrible but also like awesome, you know, like it was really cool. And also just like being in Chicago was awesome. Like it was like coronavirus was like going on, I guess. Like we didn't do anything other than, you know, go to the studio and like come back. But you know, being at the studio is a lot of fun. And when we got back to like our Airbnb, there were just like a million cats in the backyard and cats. It was awesome.
My God.
Yeah, I know. And the only like TV show that like worked on the cable like TV was like 60s to 80s like game shows, and it was
my God.
It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was. So that was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Alex Trebek used to be on like so many game shows.
Yeah, he owned it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I just thought he was on Jeopardy.
I thought they were just like, oh, this extremely cultured, well-spoken man. Jeopardy immediately.
Yeah.
No. Game show.
Bro, he owned that category of shows. That was his.
It's awesome. It was cool to see.
So picture this: you're on tour, you're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Like everything. I just love junk food. I'd probably get like a giant one, like, you know, like that big one.
Oh yeah.
And it depends on what Mountain Dew flavors they have, but maybe a Mountain Dew, definitely a vitamin water or a Gatorade. And
wait, what color Gatorade?
Honestly, I'm not a Gatorade hater. I just love probably white Gatorade's pretty awesome.
Good. Yeah,
that's cherry, right?
Correct answer.
And have you ever had those 7-layer dip combos?
I haven't. I think I've had I've had one of them, but I know it wasn't the 7-layer dip one.
It's pretty like disgusting, but like I can't help myself.
That's fair.
And like gas stations on the highway are the only places that seem to have it.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You know, when's the next time you're gonna see it?
It's true. Maybe. Exactly. Yeah.
It's fair.
What would you get?
Oh shoot! No, did somebody ask us this already? I feel like they did.
Yes, actually they did. and
Yeah.
we both blanked, and I'm blanking again. Actually, I've got my answer. They put the Baja Blast back in
Oh my
bottles,
god.
Yes.
so I would take about 4 or 5 of those because I'm addicted to them.
Yes.
And then also Lay's dill pickle potato chips.
Me
that-
too.
Those
Have
are
you
good.
had those remixed like flaming hot dill chips?
Yes, and they were way too hot for me.
Understandable, but yeah, those are fucking. I'm sorry. Can I curse?
Yes, you're
Yeah.
good.
Those are so good.
I live
Unreal.
off the dill pickle and the lemon and the salt and pepper chips. Those are what flows through my veins.
hmm
Me too, honestly.
I'd probably get the veggie chips. You know, the ones that are like
Those
beet
hit
or
too.
yeah, beet or like sweet potato.
Fries, it's like
No,
veggie,
no, no, no.
no?
It's like
Oh, yeah,
like if
yeah.
the beet ones are like yeah, those are so good.
Those are-
And if probably for a drink, either like just a bottle of water or you know, they made new Baja Blast flavors. It's like Baja insert
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
There's like one that's supposed to be like coconut flavored. I
Yeah.
really want to try that one, but it's sold out everywhere.
I was
so-
I was about to say that, but then like dill pickle chips like invaded
Mhm.
my head and I forgot already until you
Okay.
said that. Yes.
I'll grab
It's-
one for you. Yeah.
Like a lot.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
I have to
It
find
is.
those now.
Exactly. Yeah, dude.
They're
There,
great.
and then there's another one that's like I don't know what flavor. I think it's like citrus.
Skull punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it smacks. I gotta go find them
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
My
Mhm.
deli, I don't know why, but the deli on my corner has them, and I
Mhm.
literally bought like I bought them out. I bought like 5 of them.
As you should.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, they're sold out everywhere.
exactly.
hmm
All right.
Great answers.
hmm
Thank you.
So, where do you see the band in the next 5 years?
I don't know. Hopefully, like on tour with Beyonce or something.
Mhm.
Uh,
Are you opening for Beyonce, or is Beyonce opening for you?
Absolutely
I feel like
not.
that's a sin to say. I'm sorry.
she would
But-
never. She would never. She would never open. I would
Okay.
never. Yeah, I would
That's
never. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, as far as it could possibly humanly go, I suppose.
So true.
Good answer.
Mhm.
So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
This is a super hard question. I have this. Me and my girlfriend talk about this like all the time, and I still never know. It would probably be like some like pho, like a noodle or something
Ooh,
like that,
yeah.
you know? Or it would be like chicken parmesan and like spaghetti and like some other Italian-y treats, you know?
Mhm.
Something like that. And I guess if a drink, I don't know. Can I only have one drink? Yeah, I'll just choose one.
Okay.
Probably water.
All right.
maybe maybe if the most expensive glass of wine in the world, if that was available to me, just
Okay.
to try it, just to say I had the most expensive bottle of wine in the world or something.
I get that.
So you can
All
tell
right.
the guards as they're bringing you to shoot you.
Yeah,
You can brag to them. Exactly.
exactly.
So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where are you living?
Oh man, maybe like Ooh from Adventure Time or something.
Ooh, okay.
That would be cool, right?
Mhm.
That's the only one that's coming to my head.
That's
Or
fair.
maybe like Hey Arnold's like New York universe. That's a nice like point in time of
Yeah.
like city that I like a lot.
All right.
Definitely. Good choices.
So I have the honor of asking my last question. Every single person we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Definitely black.
Good answer. That's the
Solid.
correct answer.
I'm super goth. There's just no question about it.
So true.
It's fair.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
To plug.
Yes.
Besides this new album, which I'm not telling anyone to listen to if they don't want to, listen to this new album. I think it's moderately acceptable, and I think you might enjoy it if you're listening to this. It's out September 3rd.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's a good
Listen to it
month.
when it comes out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for sitting down with us. It's been Julian from Common Sage, and we've been the Good Noise Podcast.